Belum pernah saya mendengar ada obat-obatan harga Rp2.000. Obat-obatan apapun itu, harga Rp2.000. Karena mereka merasa tertipu.
One, two, three, come on!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Berjumpa lagi, bertemu bersama saya di sini. Tentunya seperti biasa guys, tidak pernah bosan saya mendoakan untuk kita semua. Semoga kita dalam keadaan sehat, dalam keadaan baik. Begitupun doa-doa kita, apapun aktivitas rancangan kegiatan kita, semoga semuanya lancar, dijabah doa kita oleh Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Amin amin ya robbal alamin. Oke guys, semua orang sudah tahu, apalagi orang Indonesia, orang Asia Tenggara, orang Asia, orang Eropa sudah tahu guys bagaimana kualitas medis Malaysia. Bahkan Malaysia ini ada membuat program wisata medis Malaysia. Saking terkenalnya medis Malaysia guys, saking terpercaya dunia medis Malaysia. Dan saat ini 2025, silakan Anda data kembali ada berapa jumlah pasien dari Indonesia itu datang untuk berobat ke Malaysia. Ini benar-benar sangat fantastis guys. Tapi ada satu hal yang membuat saya heran. Nah, ini dialami oleh warga asing. Dia mengeluh, guys. Dia mengeluh dengan hospital yang ada di Malaysia tidak sesuai dengan apa yang dia harapkan. Nah, ini lagi, guys. Sebenarnya ada apa-apa yang terjadi, guys? Apakah ada pelayanan yang tidak sesuai standarnya? Saya nggak tahu, guys. Kita akan cari tahu guys, kita akan melihat video itu sekarang juga, kita akan reaksi bersama. Oke, tanpa banyak basa-basi, sebenarnya apa yang terjadi? Baik, ini videonya.
Assalamualaikum everybody.
So we recently just had an experience at one of Malaysia's top private hospitals that was both amazing
And absolutely infuriating.
We got scammed.
And stay tuned to the end to find out which one of these private hospitals was the scammer. So if you guys are expats or you are looking to move to Malaysia, do watch this video until the end because I really wish we would have heard this information before we got here.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. I believe it was Saturday when our, walk-in clinic doctor that we see locally near our home recommended that I go see a specialist. And the booking process was super simple. We basically went on their website, looked up their email, looked up a list of specialists that were available and sent them an email. And within a few hours, they got back with an appointment date that was only like 2 days after we booked.
So that's 2 days to see the specialist. And then once we arrived, we got there at about 9 o'clock in the morning and then saw the specialist. And they wanted to do a CT scan?
Yeah, a CT scan and a couple other diagnostic tests.
So normally in Canada, you'd have to wait 6 months from that point. And then I remember Sana asked, she's like, well, when can we do it? And he's like, now?
Bunda, hanya 9 detik.
I was actually shocked. And then they basically just sent me downstairs and they said, we'll call you maybe in 30 minutes, go have some breakfast, and we'll let you know what time we can do the CT scan. And I think it was only like 3 hours after we had gotten there. So yeah, it's pretty good. So being able to do all the tests in one day in one location was fantastic. I did end up coming home midway because I had to put Yusuf down for a nap.
That was your own choice.
Yeah. And then I went back again to do the CT scan. So that was very efficient, and all the nurses, all the staff, the doctor, everybody was fantastic. Very, very warm, very knowledgeable, empathetic, very kind. The interactions in general with the staff were fantastic. So even though I got the CT scan done and all the other tests done in one day, unfortunately, by evening time, around like 5, 6 p.m., the results still hadn't come back in. So at that point, I was like, tossing, like, should I go home and like just wait for the results for the next day, or should I stay? The doctor was fantastic. He understood that it was a bit of a drive for us to go there. And so he actually ended up calling the radiology department and asked for the results over the phone. So like in terms of the service, it was fantastic. I was able to get all the results in one day. That peace of mind was really, really nice.
And we've also had other specialists that rather than stick around for results, they would just call us on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
When we're at home and be like, okay, let's just go over the results, which is phenomenal. Just the care in general. You feel like they actually care here, whereas in Canada, it's just such a
it's
business.
It's such a quick interaction.
Yeah.
When you see a specialist,
it's quick interaction unless you have to go to the emergency room. Then there's nothing quick about it.
Yeah. Like in terms of seeing specialists in Canada, the last one that I saw was September, so the month before we left. And I'm not kidding you. I waited 45 minutes, and then by the time the specialist came in the room, he was standing up. Like he didn't even care to sit down and let me talk. He just stood by the door the whole time with his like clipboard and wanted me to explain my life situation in like 5 minutes. And I'm not kidding you, within 5 minutes the appointment was done. And I had waited months for that appointment, like 3-4 months for that appointment. So
one thing that we've noticed here is that the medical practitioners, the medical staff, not having interacted an extensive amount over the last 8 months, but is that they genuinely care. Like they don't, when you walk in for like to the specialists that we've seen or the doctors, when you walk in, it's like you're just the main focus.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about the time. They don't care.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a catch-22 because sometimes you'll end up waiting a little bit longer because they take a little bit longer with the patient before you, which all in all is a beneficial thing because they genuinely want to go through your history. They genuinely want to know about how they can help fix the problem.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't feel rushed.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, and like this specialist in particular, like we went through my whole history. Like he really spent the time to get to know everything and like get the full picture rather than knowing like, okay, like what's happened in the last 24 hours or whatever. So that was really nice. When you go to a private hospital, okay, or any clinic in general, you can go to any clinic, any walk-in clinic, you will not know how much you're going to walk out of having spent there. They don't tell you ahead of time how much the whole thing is going to cost.
And the reason for that is they will continue to tack on prices.
Everything.
They're charging you
for everything. So for instance, to do the CT scan, like they put this dye in you, right? So they put an IV, they put saline. So they literally charge you for like every needle, every catheter, every bottle of saline, every single point of interaction
cotton,
you
gauze,
have. Literally
tape,
like everything. They're charging you for everything.
Which is understandable. It's just a different system, right? So
it's a totally different system.
For the people who are maybe are local that are watching, how it happens or how it works in Canada is if we go in for a procedure, we don't pay for anything.
No.
Right? And that is testament to, you know, our healthcare system, which has a lot of flaws, but still is very accommodating for people. So we don't pay for a syringe, we don't pay for a CT scan, we don't pay for anything, right?
Blood work or anything like that. We do pay for it through our taxes, and that's how that works, and it's a whole other thing. But so it is a different system. So when you actually see how much is involved in your bill at the end of the day, because normally you think like, oh, you went in, oh, you had a baby, it's this much money, but it really, like, they break it down piece by piece. Everything, and
it's
that's
very
not
surprising.
And this isn't the shocking part, by the way.
No.
This isn't the scam part. Okay,
No.
we're just telling you that that's the first shock factor. Okay, so they're charging you for the syringe, they're charging you, you know, for the IV drip, they're charging you for the little screw, the syringe set that they're using. There's service taxes. There's literally everything.
Which is fine. All of that is fine. It's now that we live here, it's to be expected.
Yeah.
And all in all, guys, honestly, I was so impressed until I got a phone call from her telling me how much they were charging for the medication that she needed.
Baru Lactogro UHT.
For the medication that she needed.
Let me just start by saying that I paid the bill. So they handed me the bill. I was like, okay, it's 5,000 ringgit. And I was like, okay, maybe CT scans are just really expensive.
So normally,
I paid the bill. I didn't look at it.
Yeah, normally in this situation, we're always together.
Yeah.
But because Yusuf, we came home, put him down for a nap, she went back to have the CT scan, and I stayed at home. Normally I would go through everything, and then I would talk to the doctor.
Yeah.
I wasn't there this time, so she just paid the bill. Then she read the bill and said, wait a second, what is this?
And so I looked at it. I'm looking at it right here. It says the capsules that they were giving me were 2,088 ringgit. 2,088 ringgit. Like, that's $930 Canadian, something like that.
Yeah. So
for some pills.
That is an incredibly large amount of money. So it gets better though. So she messaged her friend who is a nurse, doctor.
She knows all things about medications, and
She's
got
very
the doctor
qualified to be able to answer the question,
qualifications,
and she
yeah.
lives here in Malaysia. She's from the States, so she knows
Yeah.
both sides.
She's amazing.
And she said that is absolutely wrong. She actually called the pharmacy,
For the
checked
same
the
medication.
price, okay? She got refunded the money. She came back. We went to our local clinic, okay? So again, 2,088 ringgit and 80 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, at our local pharmacy, we were charged for the same medication, same everything.
So yeah, for the same medication, I went to the local walk-in clinic that we have. They charged us, 60 ringgit.
Which is like $20 Canadian. $900 versus $20.
I can't even make this up. I have the receipts. The whole refund process was not easy. Okay,
That's
it was
another
a
thing.
headache.
That's another thing.
They made such a big deal out
That
of
might
it.
be a whole video by itself, but like in Malaysia, it's almost insulting to ask for a refund for
Yeah.
something.
So when I asked them for the refund, because I was like, I'm shocked. Like, I'm sorry I didn't read the bill, but this is insane. Like, they're like, oh well, I have to call my manager.
Apa itu bisa di-refund
and then
lagi,
I got to
guys?
refund. Then I got to reissue the bill. Then I got like,
Apa
it was
bisa?
a whole thing. It took like 25 minutes for them just to refund the money back to my card.
So let me just clarify this for a moment. The entire doctor's visit, the follow-up, the CT scan, all of the blood work or the dye, all of that was less than 3,000 ringgit. But the medication was 2,000 ringgit.
And I was like, maybe it's a typo.
Memang
I was
begitu
like,
kah?
maybe they just
Apakah memang
accidentally
begitu, guys?
added an extra zero. Maybe it's only 200 ringgit. No, guys, it was 60 ringgit
Oh,
for this medication.
Yeah.
60.
So yeah, you have to beware. Double
Yeah.
check, triple check.
Triple check. Like, you are your own advocate. They are going to scam you. This is literally proof that they're gonna scam you. It happened. I have all the receipts. I have the physical receipts of what I paid first, and then the receipt that I paid after. Yeah, it's a 2,000 ringgit difference. So for people that don't have health insurance, like we don't have health insurance yet, and are paying out of pocket, every dollar counts. So you need to make sure that you're aware of what you're paying before you pay it. That was my mistake. So
Yeah, that was her mistake.
yeah. So I don't know at this point, like, who to complain to.
Well, let's just tell the people who we should complain to, and that is Prince Court Hospital.
Prince
You've
Court.
got some explaining to do. And so we've experienced this before, which we'll talk a little bit more about in another.
dan itu kata mereka, guys. Itu kata mereka berdua. Dia tidak suka ini. Bukan dia katakan dia tidak suka dengan Malaysia, bukan. Tapi dia jelas mengatakan bahwa dia tidak suka ini di Malaysia. Karena mereka merasa tertipu. Ya, itu yang terjadi. Mungkin ada sesuatu hal yang mungkin tidak mereka pahami. Ya, karena saya juga tidak tahu, guys. Silakan tolong ada komentar saja di sini karena kita sangat subjektif untuk menilai satu kejadian ya yang telah terjadi saat ini. Oke, mungkin perobatan segala sesuatunya seperti konsultasi dokter ya, pemeriksaan dan CT scan lainnya 3.000 ringgit. Oke, itu bisa dimaklumi dan juga bisa diterima, guys. Tapi kalau obat-obatan di sini katanya itu 2.000 ringgit. Saya nggak tahu, guys. Obat 2.000 ringgit. 2.000 ringgit kalau dirupiahkan itu kurang lebih 7 juta rupiah lah, guys. Untuk obat-obatan 7 juta rupiah. Itu sangat premium, guys. Entah bagaimana. Tolong Anda komentar di bawah. Di sini dia hospitalnya, kalau nggak salah tadi hospital swasta, guys ya. Tapi itu yang terjadi. Dan saya merasa bahwa semakin banyak orang Indonesia berobat ke Malaysia itu belum pernah saya mendengar ada obat-obatan harga 2.000 ringgit. Obat-obatan apapun itu, harga 2.000 ringgit. Tapi entahlah, guys, mungkin ada satu obat-obat yang khusus untuk penyakit yang dapat segera menyembuhkan dengan harga yang sebegitu. Tapi saya pernah juga mereaksi, ada konten kreator dari Indonesia, bahkan dia adalah mantan atau bekas delegasi dari Indonesia ini, guys. Yang mana pengalaman dia berobat di Malaysia, itu dia ditawari, guys, untuk membeli obat-obatan di dalam hospital ataupun di luar hospital. Ya, dan ada pilihan seperti itu. Dan tentu saja orang lebih memilih obat-obatan di luar karena di dalam itu harganya lebih mahal daripada obat yang ada di apotek. Nah, pilihan itulah yang diberikan oleh dokter-dokter Malaysia. Memang saya respect, guys. Jarang sekali ada dokter di tempat lain, mungkin ada dokter yang memberikan pilihan mau beli obat di sini atau mau beli obat di sana. Biasanya kalau dokter itu, kalau saya tahu, dia ngasih resep, kita beli di apotek dan di mana-mana, tapi resep tetap dari dia, guys ya. Kalau di hospital di Malaysia itu memang ada pilihan, guys ya. Mungkin kalau dia tengok di sini bahwa obat yang sama yang diberikan di pihak hospital yang ada di Malaysia yang dia berobat ini, katanya kalau dibeli di luar, di apotek, di klinik atau dimanapun itu, harganya hanya puluhan ringgit. Tapi saya nggak ngerti, guys. Tolong ada komentar aja di bawah, atau mungkin ada kesalahan sistem, dan juga saya berharap uang itu dapat direfund kembali kepada dia, walaupun mungkin prosesnya agak sedikit menyulitkan. Dan itu tadi, guys, video dari aku. Semoga video ini bermanfaat bagi kita semua, dan aku mohon undur diri, mohon maaf. Semoga ini mengedukasi kepada kita, dan tentunya kalau saya berpikir harus ada yang diperbaiki di sini, entah sistemnya, entah humannya yang bagaimana, guys. Tapi tetap, guys, bahwa dunia medis Malaysia itu tetap diakui oleh semua orang. Dan saya akhiri, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.